My mom is 62 years old. I know, I can't believe it either. I'm going to be spilling the tea in this video on how she looks as young as she does at 62 years old, and also my tips for doing makeup for mature skin. As always, thanks for being here. Let's do some makeup. Skin prep is key for flawless makeup, especially for mature skin. So we're starting with clean skin, and I'm using a hydrating serum from Prequel. This is the multi-quench. Then I'm using an anti-aging moisturizer from Shackley, and then I move on to my makeup primer. This is the Jane Iredale Smooth Affair Primer. This is a blurring primer that also brightens the skin. I'm paying extra close attention to her under eyes. Really common for makeup under the eyes to settle and crease, and we want to avoid that by making sure the under eyes are really well hydrated. Don't forget to prep the lips. I'm using the Shackley Anti-Aging Lip Serum. Instead of using a foundation, I'm using an ultra hydrating anti-aging BB cream that also has sun protection. This is the perfect thing for someone with mature skin. I apply it with a synthetic foundation brush, and I use this to just get a nice even layer all over the skin, and then I'm using a damp beauty blender to press that product into the skin, and this is what's going to give it that skin-like finish. If you haven't figured it out yet, hydration is the theme here with mature skin. So this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. There are a few areas of the face I focus on with concealer. Brightening the inner corners, brightening the sides of the eyes up toward the temples, where the nasolabial folds meet the sides of the nose, and also the outer edge of the corners of the mouth. And what this is doing is giving a really nice lift to the face and also brightening any areas where we may get some hollowing from fat loss with age. Now I'm just using a damp beauty blender to press this concealer into the skin. A damp beauty blender is key for making that base makeup look like your own skin. So moving on to the eyes, how you do eyes for mature skin is really going to be dependent on the person's anatomy. With aging eyes, we usually either see a heavily hooded eyelid from skin laxity or significant hollowing for the upper eyelids. Our family anatomy results in more of hooded eyes, so I'm going to be focusing on defining my mom's crease more with this eye look. I'm starting with House Labs High Power Face Pigment Paint. I think I got that right. This is very, very pigmented, so I'm working to blend that out, make sure it's as soft as I want it to be for this look. And then I'm just using a bone shade to highlight my mom's brow bone and blend into cream shade all over her lid just to soften the edges. Now going in with a fluffy domed blending brush, we're going to start working on that crease. I'm using a neutral brown eyeshadow from my favorite Jane Iredale matte palette, and I'm using this to define her crease. So with makeup, dark recedes and light brings out. Anywhere you want to create a shadow, you're going to use a darker shade. Anywhere you want light to reflect, you're going to use a lighter shade. Anything you want to push forward, use a lighter shade. Anything you want to push backwards, you use a darker shade. So I'm using this to define my mom's crease, and as you can see, as I'm applying this, the skin on her eyelids is moving around. This is because as we age, we get more laxity in our skin, and the skin on our upper eyelids is so thin. So you want to be really gentle with this area. Don't pull or tug, just very gentle, soft movements, and be mindful to blend really well. So I'm just going back in and I'm blending this out, and I'm making sure that I don't have any lines or creases. I also want to avoid really harsh, dark eyeliner, especially on the lower eyelids. So I'm just taking that neutral brown and I'm using that to define her lower lash line. I do want to add a little shimmer to this look just to give a little dimension to her eyes. So I'm using a soft bronze from the Jane Iredale Naturally Glam palette. And now I'm using a dark matte brown to line my mom's eyelids. She's blonde. She doesn't need anything really dark. We're staying away from really harsh eyeliner. So for this, I like to use an angled eyeliner brush, and I'm just pressing that product into her lash line. And this is going to deepen her lash line, define her lash line, just make her eyes pop a little bit more. And it's going to look really complete and beautiful when we add that mascara. I am going in with a pencil brush to smudge that out a little bit, just so it looks really soft and smoky. This is my favorite technique for eyeliner, especially for someone who is not super confident in their eyeliner skills, because this really eliminates the risk of an uneven line. My makeup mantra is always, when in doubt, smudge it out. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but this is really the best mascara ever. I do have all of the products that I use in my videos linked in the description below, so if you want to support my channel, I have all the products linked for you. So this mascara is incredible. It's EWG verified. It's a safer mascara. It's a lash conditioning serum and a mascara in one, so it makes your eyelashes healthier. For blush, I'm using Nude Sticks. This is Cherry Blossom Babe. I'm applying this with a brush so it looks really soft and natural. I'm applying this to the cheekbones rather than the the apples of the cheeks because this is actually going to help lift the face. And then I take that damp beauty blender and I pat into that blush, and this is going to give a really nice natural youthful look. So now I'm using a cream bronzer. This is going to just give a really nice youthful glow to my mom's skin, define her cheekbones. Placement is still very important here because if you apply the bronzer too low on the cheeks, it will pull the face down, and we want to give a lift to the face as we're doing makeup for mature skin. You can also do a little shading along the jawline. Just make sure you don't go too high up, or else instead of minimizing jowls and defining the jaw, you will end up giving a 5 o'clock shadow. My mom's eyebrows are microbladed, so I'm just using a clear gel to set them, and I'll go in with a powder later. I'm using a rose shade for my mom's lips. I'm just using one of the ColourPop Lippy pencils and going in with a lip oil over top. This is going to be a really nice hydrating lip look. Okay, so now I'm going to spill the tea about why my mom looks so young. I got so many questions about this on my last video with my mom, and I'm here to share that it is genetics. And you're probably going to think I'm crazy and lying. My mom has only recently started doing a full anti-aging skincare routine because I told her what to use and I set her up with a whole routine. She does not use retinol, although she's considering it. She does not use topical estrogen cream that I am aware of. She hasn't told me if she's using it. She does get some Dysport, which is like Botox, in her forehead, and she has had 5 microneedling treatments with radio frequency, and that is it. No facelift, nothing crazy. She eats pretty well, she takes vitamins, and she has exercised her entire life. She used to run marathons. In general, she's just tried to take care of her body, and she just has really good genetics. And I know that's probably one of the most annoying things to hear. She's always looked really young. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I'm always happy to answer any questions you have in the comments below. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video from me. I will see you next time.